Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another sort of Convallaria video. So a lot of people have been talking about the next Towerversity and how our current banner is LUVATA. We have ESTRA coming in just next week. And the new Towerversity, it does change things. Like these new maps, there's heavy emphasis on like positional warfare, AOE damage, and like knockbacks and AoEs. Basically, you have to keep killing these slimes or knocking them back to damage the ballista boss. And for these, you have to let these miners collect the cargo, give it to you, and clear out these mobs which damage this boss. So basically, like similar to our first Towerversity, you have remember Tranquillo, you had to kill a bunch of mobs. It's like that, but for two stages, like two stages. It's just full of mob clearing. And that makes people think like looking at these our like free to play sort of plan and like picking what units, like I was saying, people got SP Sophia, Cavare, maybe get Estra if you don't have Tristan, and then go wait all the way until Luffy. And then some people are like, wait, if we have all these units, aren't we missing a lot of AoE? Should we be getting Luvata? Because like even according to the pick rate in the current Towerversity, Luvata is really high there on the pick rate. So yeah, that's why a lot of people are confused. The first thing to keep in mind is all of this is from floor 6, right? So floor 6 is going to be quite different than floor 7. Like compared to how we did season 1 of Towerversity, we basically got the stats from floor 6, but we got the compared to like CN, we got the stats from floor 6, and we got the mutations from floor 7. But these are the mutations, like pretty straightforward. Like damage dealt is reduced. Maybe they'll reduce it to like 0.5, so you have to kill more mobs for the upper stage. The upper stage is actually the more easier stage. You just need to defend your miners and just keep blowing up, doing AoE DPS on the mobs. Like that's where Luvata did shine, but it's similar to our lowest stage for the initial Towerversity. Like we just killed a bunch of mobs, and we had to protect the civilians in the middle. We have our main character here who can put like explosive mines and stuff. So I feel like this upper stage isn't really going to be too difficult compared to the lower stage. It's not that much to worry about. I mean, that's where Luvata shines, but any AoE DPS can definitely help you out there. For the lower stage, this is where things do get a bit tricky because the ballista does hit hard. There's some like cheesing that you can do. I think I saw like a bit of cheesing with like the Papal Garden and everything. And also like you can be abusing like the knockback. People have been abusing like the fire tiles and everything, and just burning down the mobs and trying to survive the boss, reducing the energy consumption for knockbacks and also the cooldowns. And yeah, the boss's Dark Shadow Bolt deals more damage, so you need more survivability. And then like SP Nana Farlin plays a big role in that. And like you can see like other people have gone through like other ways to sort of survive, and mainly this is for the lower stage. Like there's not really much issue for the upper stage of Towerversity, like what KI Guard, OG Inanna, OG Sophia, Coco. They have like Ayesha and like SP Inanna on the bottom, but they didn't really play too much of a role. It was just showcasing like how to like really survive from the boss there. Like they didn't really do much standby. And then you have like Sophia coming in to do the Shadow Blade for the like counter and everything. The Nana act again here on the guard, and yeah, they just had like the guard tank or something. I don't know. It's just yeah, just yeah, the standby. And then we see the counter. Everyone moves forward. Boss does a big hit. Boom, and then like everyone takes some damage, but then they tank it, they heal it up. Pretty straightforward. Yeah. And we also have people beat it with like weird teams, older units, Karas, Pamina, Beryl, Magnus. Credenza's here, but they're Papal Guard, Momo, Favia, SP Rawia, normal Rawia. There's this guy, he's more of a free-to-play, but he got the pulls from the anniversary and pulled like some non-free-to-play characters, so it's not really that relatable. Like he has Karas here, which most of us probably skipped, and he has Senshi and Pamina there, but like I'm pretty sure we can look at this with other sort of free-to-play comps. Like someone was using still like Beryl and Tristan as DPS and everything. Like there's so many ways to beat these stages, and I don't think it's like that necessary to really focus that much on getting LUVATA and everything, right? Tristan just doing AOE damage. So I stole the role-based tier list from Do. I think it's quite relevant here. Let's put some crosses here, right? So with TOA coming in to us, maybe in a month or two, I don't think we'll get anything from Afra onwards. We might have access to Luffy and Aisha, but that's a big maybe. So in here, we don't have SP Nana for AOE. We might have Aisha. We wouldn't have like all these. Like the only big big AOE DPS that does come into play is basically LUVATA or Aisha. But if you have like Karas, Tristan, Akambe, Beryl, it'll be fine. Like, you know, even if we go through this pick rate, right? We don't have Marcel, she's not out yet. I'll put a circle here on Aisha, like she might come out in time for us. And then I'll put some crosses on units that we definitely won't be getting for the Towerversity. Like we'll have Favia, so she's still relatable there. Definitely not Percival. Do we get Luffy? I mean, I'll put a circle on Luffy, right? We might get Luffy. We might get Luffy. And then we definitely won't get Credenza. And then Afra, Rico. I don't know. Will we get Kia? And then that there's ESTRA and Akambe. Like, there's still a lot of units that we could definitely use. Like, no Farlin, no Rico, no Credenza, and Afra here. Circle on Aisha. And a cross on Percival, Nidia, Marcel, and I think that's about it, right? And Luffy here, right? Like, obviously, CN would be, like, focusing on, like, what they have best available. But when it comes out to us, like, if you have... Like, most of us should have Convallaria, right? The Convallaria is circled. Probably not any of these. Probably not Momo either. Like, we skipped, like, this whole bunch at the start. Maybe Aisha, if she does come out in time. Otherwise, you'll be sitting in with SP Sophia. I don't think we'll have Karas. Maybe SP Rawia, if you pulled on her. Could have Coco, Tyre, like these. Maybe Ed Gloria. And then we have like SP Sophia. Maybe Agatha. But definitely we have Tristan, right? And then like, I don't know, Inanna, Beryl. These are underlined. We definitely have Fakel, so Fakel can play a part. I don't think we're like Ida. I mean, we got Homer and August, right? They could still play a part in just like general mob clearing, and maybe even like ESTRA as well for mob clearing as well, right? We'll probably put an underline on that, and then maybe a comeback. Like I don't think not having you know LUVATA is that much of a big deal. Like even without LUVATA, we still have other options. Although there are low pick rates in the CN Tower Versity, who knows how the strats will change. And I guess the key thing is not everything will be AoE. Like, we still will have stages where single target is relevant. Like big bosses, like, it just happens that this Tower Versity, the current CN Tower Versity, is just like all mobbing stages. There's no big boss stages where ESTRA can shine, but it doesn't mean that she's irrelevant. And I think what I'm trying to say is, if you have Tristan, he can function as a single target and AoE. So if you happen to skip Tristan, then you're kind of lacking in both the single target and AoE perspective. I think if you have SP Rawia, I think you're still fine. You're still covered in that single target AoE perspective. But if you have like August, then you probably need to consider getting ESTRA, which will cover you on the single target. But then you'll also be lacking on the AoE. So lacking on the AoE, what that will probably mean is like, no LUVATA, none of these. Like I think Aisha will need to play a part. Like in the AoE DPS, like LUVATA, Aisha, pretty similar here on Dotato's role-based tier list. So if you have Aisha, I think you're still solid. So skip LUVATA, get Aisha. Hopefully we'll get Aisha before Tower Versity comes. Or maybe during Tower Versity. Or you could just, I don't know, Luffy can play a part. So I don't think you need to be worried about trying to aim for LUVATA. And this top stage is the easy stage. This is where you can put mines all over the place and use like random AoE units to clear it. The main hard stage is this lower half, right? You need to do survivability, you need to do knockbacks. So, actually, I should have crossed out SP Nana. So, what else do we have access to? We have SP Rawia, Tyre, Apple Guard, 32%. Like, they're just using him as a defender. Coco, like, most people would have like these units, right? So, I'll say like, which pen was I using? Yeah, so maybe you'll have Rawia. So underline her. Definitely would have Tyre. Definitely would have like Papal Guard, but he's just there to tank. Definitely would have Coco. Who else? Like, we'll skip Team Meteor, skip for VR. Varo will probably use up top, so we probably can't use at the bottom. Maybe have Inanna, Momo, the Mona, maybe? I don't think we'll have that. And then we could see, I don't think we'll have like Pamina, Akambe, got Mytha, got Tristan. But we use them up top, like August. I don't know, I think it's the lower half that will struggle a bit, but you can play knockback, right? You can play with OG Rawia, Angel, Bitterwood. I have no clue. Like, I think it's the bottom half that we have to really worry about. And LUVATA, Pamina, Layla, they don't really play that much of a role here on the bottom half. Like, survivability, we need like tank units. Like, we got Coco, like Papal Guard, Fire, maybe with the cage to share damage sort of thing. And like, you don't really see much like DPS units here on the bottom half, because more of a like a strategy thing. Like, they're like burning the tiles sometimes, or doing some bit of knockback and everything. Like, just have Mytha for knockback, right? People were using, I don't see it in this pick rate, but they were using like Aisha to knockback, because like her base skill had a knockback. Normal Rawia had a knockback. Like, they were using Nightingale for like the burn. The was it the flaming grenade or something, and just to burn the tiles, Demona Papal Ice Priest to knockback. I think I saw him do like ice to slow the mobs down and everything. So I think, yeah, overall, LUVATA, I think still skip her. ESTRA, I think still pull for ESTRA if you have if you don't have Tristan or SP Rowea. Yeah, so I think I'll end it there. Like, yeah, ESTRA only if you don't have Tristan or SP Rowea, because they can also function as single targets. If you're really lacking AOE, you might need to pull LUVATA. Like, Tristan can AOE, SP Rowea can AOE. I still don't think that's too much of a big deal as long as you're getting Aisha, right? And then Luffy can do like piercing and stuff. SP and Nana does have a bit of AoE. I think you're set. Yeah, I think I'll leave that there. Hopefully that does clarify the sort of free-to-play meta plan and whether to get LUVATA or ESTRA. But yeah, I'll leave that there for now. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.